Administration now. Welcome in Doug Schoen, political strategist and author of The End of Democracy, Russia and China on the Rise, America in Retreat. Doug, great to talk to you as always.
Thank you, John. Always happy to be here.
I can't really imagine a situation where it's so obvious to all of America of the politics involved here with getting kids back to school. Everyone knows it's safe. There's mountains of medical evidence to prove this. The CDC has said so. The Biden administration, though, doesn't seem to be able to answer this question. But we know the answer, Doug. It's because they received more money than any of the Democratic candidates from the teachers' unions. And it's almost as if the teachers' unions have a gun to the Biden administration's head saying, you can't let the kids back in school until we get what we want.
Well, from where I stand, John, the Democratic Party is too beholden institutionally, historically, and yes, financially, to the teachers union. Sadly, for those of us that are Democrats, the evidence unfortunately supports the proposition you're advancing today, which is that the unions have got the Democrats in their back pocket on this issue of school opening. Look, I'm a supporter of charter schools, vouchers, freedom of choice in education. We've got to use the pandemic as a chance and opportunity to expand opportunity in education, not close schools down. I've heard Randi Weingarten, the head of the AFT, say some encouraging things. Let's force her hand. Let's get Randi to take specific action to get our schools open. It's essential for our kids.
The West Virginia House yesterday did pass a law which, instead of giving the money to the school districts based on how many kids attend school, they would actually, tie the money to the students and the parents, and based on where they chose to go to school, that money would go there. That is a huge step forward, and one of the key things we're watching when it comes to education reform here. I also want to focus on kind of the difficulty from the political standpoint, the optics here of the challenge this White House is having talking to the American public about this. Here is Kamala Harris's spokeswoman, Simone Sanders, on CNN Wednesday morning. She was having a difficult time. Let's play that.
The White House position is that, and the president and vice president believe that teachers should be prioritized for receiving the vaccination.
Prioritize is one thing, and I think there's wide agreement they should be prioritized. And why not? Is it necessary, though? That's the question. It really is a yes-no question.
It is the administration's position, the president and vice president believe, that teachers should be prioritized for vaccinations.
Great. Teachers should be prioritized. I don't disagree with that. Put them in, with the frontline, workers or whatever. But that's not the question, Doug, and she can't answer it. Simone Sanders is smart enough to know that this is a simple yes-no question. I think she did her best, but still, not a good answer.
Yeah, look, I'm all for vaccinating teachers, frontline workers, similar to those with underlying conditions. I think this is a fair judgment to make, but at the same time that you give the teachers priority, get them back in the classroom so they are teaching our kids who desperately need in-person instruction.
Doug, you look at the priorities so far. I guess they said officially, because the impeachment's now over, that the Biden presidency really didn't begin in earnest until Monday or Tuesday, if you count President's Day in that as well. Are you frustrated as a Democrat by their, seemingly desire to play politics over actual governing at this stage?
I'm disappointed, John, that there's not been more bipartisanship. I think the $1.9 trillion stimulus is too big. As Larry Summers has said, I wish the Democrats had taken the Republicans up on their offer to negotiate a bipartisan plan, not only because I think that would have been good politics, I think it would have been good economic logic, but it would have set the right tone for the future. And I worry that we are more polarized, more divided, and less able to govern. Look, the president gave a speech about an hour or so ago about the lack of democratic progress both in Europe and in the United States. I think the way you encourage our democracy to work is to cooperate and compromise.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we could set that example for the world. Not a lot of that going on, though, right now in Washington, D.C. Yeah, sadly so.
John.
Doug, great to talk to you as always. Look forward to our next conversation. We'll see you soon.
So do I, John.